I've got a start bench cut to play with J.K. Simmons here on the Rich Eisen Show, if you don't mind. Go ahead and hit it.
It's time. Start
now.
Bench.
Just sit down and be quiet.
Or cut.
All right, I know this is not your first start bench cut foray on the Rich Eisen Show. You must start one, bench one, and cut one. Okay, here we go. 4 items for J.K. Simmons. Again, I'm not here in theaters near you and also on demand today. Let's get to it. First one, if you had to win one game for the college football championship, who would be the coach? Woody Hayes, Urban Meyer, or Jim Tressel? Start bench, cut, J.K. Simmons.
Wow. It's a toss-up. I'm gonna start Tressel.
Really?
I'm gonna start the vest, and I'm gonna bench Urban. And I mean, you got to, Clemson. You got to cut Woody.
Yeah,
because
we got to make sure that you really
he's out of
knock
control.
him. Okay.
Yeah.
Really, Jim Tressel, one
Dude,
game.
I love Tressel so much. I mean, yeah, and there was one game in which he was famously terrible. The big national championship game in Florida. But I mean, he was an Ohio State legend.
So you would start Tressel, bench Urban, and tattoo Woody Hayes.
I mean, these are not easy choices.
He didn't
get the tattoo.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Next up, I don't know if you heard our segment before. All these rule changes in baseball that are being instituted in the Atlantic League. You heard about that?
Yeah.
You don't like some of these?
I don't. Baseball's not broken. Why are we fixing it?
Thank you, J.K.
Right? I mean, can we just not completely succumb to the lack of attention span of our children?
Like I said, I don't think it is a time of play or pace of play. It's a quality of play issue potentially in baseball.
Well, it depends on which issue you're talking about.
Right. It's to me. So I've got three for you. Start, bench, cut. Pitchers have to face at least 3 batters. 20-second pitch clock. Add the DH to the National League. Start, bench, cut.
I'm going to start adding the DH, even though I like the distinct difference between leagues, because I just hate the other two so much. I like that. I'm going to bench the pitch clock, and I'm going to cut the. You have to face 3 batters. I mean,
I don't mind this.
There's some strategy in the game, and I get that there would be a new sort of level of that strategy, but. I mean, go get a hot dog during the pitching change. Go to the bathroom.
Have a conversation.
Put it on pause. Have a conversation play on the floor with your kids. I mean.
Certainly when there's a blowout being taken place.
Certainly, yes, when the contest is one-sided.
All right, most obnoxious fans in baseball. Start, bench, cut. Yankees, Red
Baseball.
Sox, Cubs.
Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs. It actually is close. But I'm not going to not say the Yankees are the most obnoxious fans in baseball. So I'm going to start
Yankee fans?
I'm going to starting Yankee fans. A very close second and ready to jump up off the bench at any moment would be the Red Sox fans. And then, in honor of my cousin Weed, I will bench the Cubs fans.
Cousin who? What's your cousin?
My cousin Weed.
Okay.
Who's a lifelong Cubs fan.
Okay.
And you used to have to add the term long suffering.
Yes, of course.
In there now.
Not
But
anymore.
actually, he and I were at Game 5 in Wrigley. What was that? 2.5 years ago now when they
they made sure to send it back.
When they sent it back to Cleveland. And,
they used to say long-suffering Red Sox fans too. Not anymore.
Yeah, that was fun when we could say that.
Let me dig into this here just for a little quick second. Okay, what's so obnoxious about Yankee fans?
Their sort of innate sense of superiority. They're like entitled, like so many of the. I don't know, going down a bad road here.
No, keep going.
Many people in my children's generation, you know. Like you're born on third base, you act like you hit a triple. All right?
I mean, a triple like Joe Girardi over the head of Greg Maddux to win at the time. I think it was World Series Championship 22. It's now up to 27.
By the way,
I mean,
thank you for proving his point.
The
How's it my
postseason,
point?
the
With
postseason
that
record
explanation.
between
Truth.
the.
You got the Tigers.
Sorry.
Hat back on.
We still want everybody to go see. I'm not here.
Very good.
March 8th.
Yep.
All-time postseason record, head-to-head, Detroit, New York Yankees.
All time?
All time.
The Yankees have more.
All-time, head-to-head, Detroit Tigers versus New York Yankees in the postseason.
Oh, you went to, I don't know that off the top of my head. You clearly do.
That would be 2-0 Detroit.
Oh, my gosh.
One of which you just showed. Well, you
just
showed
because they
after we vanquished the Yankees, then we beat the.
Just because the Yankees constantly have generational talents that grow on trees that come out of the woodwork, like that Judge.
That they buy for $1 billion
Judge
from
Sanchez
everybody else.
Not bought.
No, that's yeah.
All right, I've been trying to avoid asking this last start bench cut created by our coordinating producer Don Bowie, but I will ask it because I love our guest here.
Judge is hard to not like, by the way.
And I appreciate
He is an exception to the rule.
Okay. Last one for just like Jeter, right?
Continue.
God, I love J.K. Simmons.
Where is Jeter from?
Every
Come
time
on.
he comes
How do you grow up a Yankee fan? There's just something wrong. That's just not right.
You're
Last
such
one
a great
for you.
human.
Michigan coach team you'd want Ohio State to face the most. Jim Harbaugh, Rich Rodriguez, or Brady Hoke? Start bench cut.
Man.
Can't believe this is my show. What the heck?
So you're talking about that team up north that shall remain nameless. It's like saying Voldemort. So I'm going to start Harbaugh because he is my favorite guy in the universe to beat. I mean, even without the silly pants, but to beat those pants off of him it's like he knew that the Ohio State players, when they beat Michigan, team up north, when they win that game, that they get the golden pants is like their little trophy. So he's wearing the golden pants that we can just take right off of him on an annual basis.
So
it's
you
delightful.
start him.
So I start him, and then a pretty close second would be Rich Rod because he was also very fun to beat. Brady Hoke, I don't know. He actually just seemed like he was ready to leave.
He got the interim.
Yeah. We didn't have a headset on, so we didn't know what was happening.
He was. Well, I wouldn't want to listen if I was him.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.